All right, it's September 15th, and yes, I'm on my weekly dose of caffeine to get these videos recorded for you to help you out. But also, really cool is I got a blue screen. I know, right? Cue the Eiffel 65. That was a freaking weird music video. But it's what comes to mind when I think of blue, right? And now it's stuck in your brain. I know it is. It also means that we will not be having Smurfs guesting on this when I'm using a blue screen because you won't see them. Pointless, right? It also means that, blue blur, well, maybe blurry, but you can't tell. Sorry, Sonic. But, it does work out in the favor of Sly Cooper because then he kind of becomes more incognito, right? And you can even tell where the Smurf begins and Sly ends. Whoop, don't want to drop that. And then, gonna have to be selective on what I wear because it looks like Aquabat clothing will not, work on here. So, but the good news is return of the yellow shirts. I mean, isn't that awesome? That's great, right? The green's a little mixed, but I can show you more green stuff. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And also that's a little blue. But here's one. I can actually show you the Xbox logo. There you go. And as a stress ball. Ooh, so nice. But yeah, so we're on a blue screen this week, and now I can alternate between them, and depending what shirt I want to wear, it'll at least let me wear a little more colors in these than I was able to, because green screen will make them disappear. So it's not fair. But regardless, we've got shows to tell you about because you want to know what you want. But I at least think you should go to because there's some awesome bands coming through and some locals playing. So let's go. Yes, welcome to another episode of Every Show Joe Says Go. You probably still have that Eiffel 65 song stuck in your brain because of that opening. But also, where I still recommend masking, especially as COVID cases have definitely gone up. I'm seeing an increase in show cancellations and postponements. So it's definitely out there. To be courteous of everyone around you. Helps out the touring bands especially. And as I've been mentioning every week, if you can lower their chance of catching it, then less chance of them having to, postpone or cancel. And that helps, especially if you're on the road, because otherwise they've got to just go all the way home, or they've got to, afford a way to keep isolated for 5 days. So, that kind of stuff. So, always please mask. Also, it's also courteous to everyone around you. So, throw that out there. Also, of course, thank you, Tony from Dumpster Hump, at least the band that once was called Dumpster Hump, for the song you hear at the top there every week. And, of course, please be sure to like this wherever you're watching this, where it's Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to also subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. That's free. And you get notification of this content or any other content I post to it goes live. So that's even more helpful. And it helps me out because one future day, off into the distance, I'll be able to make ad revenue on YouTube. And you'll be able to skip an ad after 6 seconds. And that'll be so much fun. But I don't make that. And so I like to throw out there, of course, patreon.com/everyshowjoe. Patreon.com/everyshowjoe. You can go there and support even $1 a month, help me out. $5 a month, that's like buying me a beer a month. Also, I'm kind of realizing this might be a helpful way to throw out there. You want to make it an Uber and Lyft fund, because if I can safely drive to and from shows, I might be able to actually get out a little bit better and catch a couple more, even though I'm going to, by the end, unfortunately, this long COVID will be draining until I'm better, which is some BS bullshit. I guess I can swear on here. It's fine. So, of course, anything you can support, and thank you everyone that does support me over on the Patreon. Appreciate it. The other thing you can do for free, though, head over to everyshowjoe.com. You check out, I got my camera out. It cost me for a couple days of heavy chronic fatigue, but I was able to get out there and watch one of my favorites. I've been waiting for them. You can see it in words. Why and how long I've been waiting to see Devin Kane Solutions, and it was fucking awesome. And they also came through, and they had Celeste in L's new project, which is fucking cool. And then, of course, Okinawa Plane Crash, and surprise, Bocat was on there too. So, a whole write-up, whole pictures you can check out on the website, everyshowjoe.com, and check out all the other stuff on there that I've written up over the time that I've been able to. Also, of course, thank you to Valdors for the camera you're seeing me get recorded with. It's awesome. It's 4K, at least where the compression, where everything will actually show you it, but it's still sharper image, right? You can tell every hair follicle and pore, right? No, we're not. That'd probably be... No, we're not going to. Regardless, thank you to Valdors for that contribution. Jesse Val, you might know. Cartoon Lion, you might know from Val, down to Val, sorry. But yeah, thank you for that. Also, of course, the music here underneath this week's episode, that's Closet Goth, that's Read More. Fucking also just an awesome band that... Oh, fuck, I forget. They were at least from Phoenix. I think they're in Tucson now, but they're still freaking locals, and I fucking love them. And I wanted to hear them, so that's who that's underneath here. But yeah. Also, of course, I like to throw out ways. Let's just make things a little more positive. Let's do some good things in the world. And of course, let's get involved. And if you go to everyshowjoe.com, and there is a little link for get involved, or / get involved, you can also put in there. I'll bring up links to all this stuff. But I like to throw out there, of course, fuck racism, fuck homophobia, fuck transphobia, fuck sexism, fuck all this bullshit of trying to take away basic human rights. It is frustrating, angering, and I don't even understand how people could be so hateful, and, well, it kind of masks other issues. And regardless, we're here about doing some positive stuff, so let's throw out some stuff to do some positives. Like RAIN is a really group to go donate to and contribute to. They're helping with rape victims, sexual assault victims, incest also. You can so go check them out. 1 in 10, the numbers are spelled out, and the letter N in between. They are helping LGBTQ youth here in Phoenix, just be comfortable, grow up, embrace who they are, fucking love themselves, because it's already tough being an adolescent, and given, especially in Arizona, some of our policies and some of the people, definitely helps them push through to be who they are and be proud of it, and that's fucking awesome. So check them out, 1in10.org. We also got the National Center for Transgender Equality, which is transequality.org, which they've been fighting with the ACLU, all these horrible, stupid laws about gender-affirming care that are totally misunderstanding or mischaracterizing it in general. So they're helping fight that fight, and that's awesome. And they're helping fight also just for workplace laws, for healthcare, all that kind of stuff. So it's awesome. Throw that out there. Of course, the normal Black Lives Matter is awesome. Poder in Action is amazing. They are trying to take down systems of systematic racism that are built in, and replace them with something where it embraces everyone, and that's what we need. We fucking need. So throw all that stuff out there. Stop AAPI Hate, 2 A's, Asian America, Pacific Island. They're raising money for Maui for still the wildfire stuff that went on there, and trying to help people get back on their feet. Plus, of course, FirstNations.org. And then, of course, the ones I like to throw out there that are working with our music scenes, like the Cider Project there. They're also there to help the homeless and against self-harm. Punk Rock Saves Lives, similarly, helping against self-harm and mental health and bone marrow donations and all that kind of stuff. They're all, and you've probably seen them on the road on some of those national tours. They're fucking great people and just awesome organizations. So they're out there. Arizona being Arizona, of course, the reproductive rights are on the table still. And unfortunately, we're still dealing with a territorial law in effect here. So the abortion fund of az.org is a really good resource and helpful for just letting anyone and everyone have a right about their reproductive systems. So that's fucking awesome. But yeah, of course, you're like, how do I support my favorite musicians? That's what this show is about, right? It is. And of course, simply is easiest, best way is go buy the shirts, even if they might end up having a hole in them eventually. This shirt's a little older. But yes, go buy the shirts, go buy their albums on Bandcamp. I throw out on the Instagram stories, Facebook stories, there you can find some of my suggestions. Some awesome new releases that came out just today. Freaking Warriors with a brand new one. We got Maura Weaver with an awesome first, I think, debut of her solo stuff, which is fucking great. You might know from the Mimes or the Mixtapes or Kitty Cat Cram Club or Ogie Goobos. Okay, I'm just going to keep name dropping bands, and you should check out all of them anyway, so it doesn't matter. Oh, and Homeless Gospel Choir. She's now playing with them, so fucking awesome. But yeah, so there's awesome music out there. Go support on the Bandcamp. Don't even have to have something tangible, physical. Check that out. But yeah, that's the simplest, best way and most direct way, and that makes them the most money for the bands. So you can go support. Also, of course, like throughout NEVA, the National Independent Venue Association, NEVASSOC.org is their website where you can go donate, and they have an emergency fund for your favorite independent venues, and they're the ones lobbying for the interests of your favorite independent venues, which was established in 2020 after realizing there wasn't that much representation for them and they needed help financially, so that helped out. But yeah, so there's some awesome stuff, and of course the best, simplest, most fun way to go support your favorite musicians and your favorite venues is just go to a show, right? And of course, I've got a bunch to tell you about, so let's get right into it. Tonight, Friday, all times are Arizona time, which are Mountain Standard Time, because we don't do daily savings here. Then we just get confused in the digital age, because now people stream at times, and you're like, wait, what's the time zone difference? And then, anyways, long story, long anecdote. Let's get right into it, though, and did find some since last week, so let's throw it on here. We got Prince Mirth album release with Let Alone with the Joeys over at Valley Bar, 7 p.m. Fucking awesome. I'm hitting microphones here. We got the Haboob Bash featuring Fixed Reaction, Southern Gate, and Tackless at Candy and Records, 6 p.m. Where Wolf Mother, which I mentioned before, found in Rock Band 3, fucking Joker and a Thief. You'll enjoy it, I'm sure. Fever Dog, Van Buren, 8 p.m. We got The Madcaps and Golden Boots, which are also, I believe, a Tucson band. They're up here at the Egyptian Motor Hotel, 7 p.m. Arcadian Wild with the Senators are over at the Rebel Lounge, 7:30 p.m. Got the Upchucks, Gone Before Us, -32, Vacant Skies. They're playing the Hive up in Flagstaff if you're looking for an escape from our triple-digit heat here. They are there at 7 p.m. Another one, but down in Tucson. We got the Distortionists, In Good Cause, and Swigfoot supporting the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention's Tucson Walk at Thunder Canyon Brewery, 8 p.m. Plus, of course, Scott Klopfstein's usually streaming on a Switch. Go tune in, twitch.tv/Scott Klopfstein. And also go support him on his GoFundMe, where he's got chronic Lyme disease. He's been dealing with this since 2015. Insurance, unfortunately, at a certain point, doesn't always support some of those bills, so for the treatments he needs. So go support and donate. Moving on to Saturday, we've got an all-age matinee featuring Squared, Mad Dog Tannen, which, since I can now show yellow on here, boom, Mad Dog Tannen, whoop, 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 whoop. It's not going to come in focus, is it? Regardless, we got a Mad Dog Tannen guitar pick tonight here. I think you got it. Anyways, moving on. We got It's Fine. We got Afterbirth Cartoons. We got Vital standing at the back, and the Redemptions over at the Nile Underground. And it's a matinee, so 3 p.m. you can go down and check it out, enjoy it. And then in the underground, also congrats to It's Fine there on that Authority Zero and Goldfinger show that just got announced. Fucking radness. Goldfinger at this point is like a superstar band with some of the people that are in there. Moving on, though, we got a night of adult contemporary emo featuring Sundress with their awesome brand new release you saw me sharing over on the Instagrams. We got Sympathy Card, Dogpile, and Kneebreaker over at the Rebel Lounge. Another earlier one, 5 p.m., so playing ahead, plus it's emo night, so you can hang out. I assume both cater. Or you can be a Wallflower. It goes right with it. Full. Moving on, though, we got Hannah Judaga and Veronica Everett at the Valley Bar at 7 p.m. We've got Practically People with Analog Monsters, Bryce Kempner, and the Strings at the Trunk Space, where they do ask you please mask inside as a courtesy to one another. And then this one, which I did catch it, thank you to Electrosad for me looking at the right social media at the right time to see this. But we got Femmes of Phoenix. It's a female non-binary fronted house show featuring Lauren Case, Electrosad, Bitchcraft, and Pleasure Cult. Sorry. We're merging names now. This one, you want to ask one of the bands for the address, you go to 7 p.m. for that awesomeness. Also, we've got the Angry Tunes with the return of Glitter Vomit. I'd throw confetti or glitter if I had it. Actually, I might, but we're not throwing that. You can't get that stuff out of anything once it's there. But go check them out with the Devil's Back, Night Fiend, and others at the Blues Bar. That one is a 7 o'clock start. Plus, tune in for Kepi Ghouli's Kepi Show, streaming every morning on Saturday at 9 a.m. I know that was a weird way to phrase that, but and usually streams some stuff throughout the week. So just give him a follow and tune in, chat. Kepi's super awesome, super nice. Sunday, we got a really cool one too. We got the 2023 Fall Kickoff featuring, and I saw two different lineups looking at the ticketing site and looking at the Nile site. So hopefully this is still some of the bands that are on that bill. But we got Millennium Summer, Our Generation, The Jenna System, Okinawa Plane Crash, Faded Lady, Chess Club Dropout, and more at the Underground, the Nile Underground, 5 p.m. And if you're hanging at home looking for something to watch, or you're after football and you're like, I need something to watch, well, we got the Smashing Pumpkins with Siamese Dream 30th anniversary stream. That one over at veeps.com/the Smashing Pumpkins, 6:45 start. In the afternoon, though, you also got Bite Me Maybe, who's still one of my favorite ska discoveries that I haven't seen live yet. And once I'm healthy, I can actually maybe try to, drive to a California show. Or if we get lucky, they might come here to Phoenix one of these days. But go check that out at twitch.tv/BiteMeMaybe, 2 p.m. Then Monday, we've got nada. I don't have anything. At least that I found at the time of this recording. Tuesday, though, we got I Set My Friends on Fire, which I cannot say without laughing a little bit. And also with Sink In, which I feel like is tied together because you just want to let that sink in if someone told you I set my friends on fire. That would be my thoughts. But we got I Set My Friends on Fire with Sink In, Truth Untold, and the Spacers over Yucca Tap Room, 7:30 p.m. And then if you're hanging out at home, of course, we got Chris Murray's Blue Beat live stream, always on his Facebook at 5 p.m. And I assume that means that the Supernova Ska Festival won't be affecting that. Chris will still be doing it. But keep an eye on his socials for updates on it. Also, as I put it in, usually I put streams lower than the live shows, but we got something if you're down in Tucson, Houston, and the Dirty Rats. They're doing a tour, and they're going to be at House of Bards down there in Tucson starting at 8 p.m. I know they were looking for people to play. I don't know who's on that bill, though. Couldn't find anything else, but go check that out. Of course, the other thing for the other streams, wake up bright and early with Bite Me Maybe, 7 a.m. over on their Twitch. Scott Klopstein's got you covered in the evening. There you go. And, I usually put the spiel there. Of Real Big Fish, of the Littlest Man Band, at least one sub-release. Like, wrote some of those favorite songs of yours, I'm sure. But yeah, throw that out there. Then Wednesday, up here in Phoenix, we got Houston and Dirty Rats playing with El Googly Diablo and the debut of Tenply at the Yucca Tap Room, 7 p.m. We got Dash Rip Rock with Speed Buggy USA and the Earps over at the Rhythm Room. That one is 8 p.m. Plus, this is when you get Scott Klopstein bright and early over on his Twitch, 9 a.m. And then Thursday, we've got God Patrol back in Phoenix with Squared, Birth of Monsters, and Ape Gone Bad at the Yucca Tap, 8 p.m. We've got the album release of Jiminy from Bear Ghost with Ali A and the Agency, Damn the Weather, and Damn E.T. at the Crescent Ballroom, 7:30 p.m. and get an awesome burrito while you're there. Also, Damn the Weather. How relevant is that name given how this year's monsoon season? I swear, I'm like in a dead zone. I've had one downpour in the last 4 months in where I'm at. Though I've enviously watched some of you guys in Mesa and other places get man, I want those storms to hit here. They're just nuts. Damn that weather. Boom. But yeah, 7:30 Crescent Ballroom for that once again. And then also Like Roses with Troubled Minds and Alibi at the Nile Coffee Shop, 7 p.m. Plus another morning stream with Scott Klopstein, 9 a.m. And then Friday, fucking Chris Farron is in town. If you haven't seen a Chris Farron show, you need to go catch a Chris Farron show. And it's with the awesomeness that is Diners, both writing awesome new releases, so check them out on top of going and check out them live in general at the Valley Bar, 7:30 p.m. You could show up and you can buy both new albums while you're there. Boom. Solved. Of course, that's not the only show on Friday. We've also got the Fabulous Friday, as they are calling it, with Izzy Edible, the Pugilistics, who are fucking awesome. Black Caesar Soul Club. Let me get through that before I say also fucking rad. And also Killing Sunday, Yucca Tap Room, 8 p.m. Fucking, what a show. But not the Also, not the only awesome show. There we go. That's what we meant to say. With Tragic Radicals was Scorpion vs. Tarantula and Eat Crow at Chopper John's, 8:30 p.m. We got Skeleton Army in memory of Boogeyman and Rejected Monsters, Tempe Tavern, 8 p.m. There's a venue I haven't said in a while. Tempe Tavern. We also got Black Bottom Lighters playing with Stilly and Tayede. There we go. At the Rock Bar, 7 p.m. I saw Tayede with at Shoei's birthday show, the couple bands I was able to hang for, and really, really cool. Also speaking really cool, Koza doing their awesome show with God Before Us, Sep 27, and Fauna at the Nile Underground, 7 p.m. Got Missy with Fat Grey Cat at the Orpheum Theater up in Flagstaff, 7:30 p.m. And Scott Klopstein, of course, always streaming Friday nights over on his Twitch. So plenty of awesome stuff this week. And it's so nice to wear. I'm sure people that are like, you always wear yellow shirts. They're back. I just got to get more now, I guess. Huh? And use them on Friday videos. Ooh. Except they can't have blue. It gets complicated. Regardless, all these shows, I'm on another tangent. All these shows have at least one or more bands and musicians that I fucking think are awesome and that I think you'll love. So that's why these shows are on these recommendations. Of course, usually the bands around them are also just awesome. So yeah, gonna throw that out there. But I think that's all I got. Make the blue. Fuck. We can't even talk anymore. So this is a good sign to say, hopefully you guys have fun out there. Be safe regardless, masking and DD. Be just safe about everything and enjoy what you can, because fuck, I miss going out and just being able to hang till the end of the night and till closing time at Yucca or till Revel kicks us out or whatever. Those were the, man, I miss them. So hopefully soon I can be better and see you guys regularly again. But regardless, go check out some of these shows regularly, and I'll see you next week.